when I get into fear today, it's much older. It's older messages that were received, that I'm not good enough. Everyone's going to laugh at me. They're going to see who I really am. All of these things, or, and which is not a bad thing at all. If they see who I really am, it's like this idea of getting vulnerable is so scary. But yet, it's necessary for recovery, is that we have to show people who we are. But I think also too, like the messages received from the outside world were really something that kept me from showing my true self in for so long. Was that happen? Politically, what's going to happen? Am I safe here? Am I safe? What happens if I'm traveling in some small town and I get sick and I have to go to the hospital? Like, what is that going to happen? Those things are very, very prevalent in my life. And it's not that I try not to think about them, but but it's also something that's always on the back burner. It's always there. And so, that's why I share my experience with other clinicians, so that they know that this stuff is happening with their clients that are coming in, or the people that are coming into their offices or in their families or whatever. And I've been doing this work a long time, especially this internal work, that I can handle it a little bit better. So like if you have someone in early recovery coming in who is trans, and there's a misgendering or anything like that, that we're already raw nerves in early recovery anyway. So having that added to it, like however we can stop that, and create a space that's so safe. It's like almost extra safe for them to be who they are, and to know that they're loved and respected is important to me. The 41% of trans people attempt suicide, and it significantly like lowers, like teenagers, like I think it's like 50% attempt suicide before the age of 20 years old or that are trans. And if we have family acceptance, that rate goes to 4%, which is the average of teenagers who attempt suicide. What an easy thing, right? It's like the yeah, duh study, right? When I accept someone for who they are, like they have less depression, anxiety, and are more loving of themselves. So
that's a huge number, though. 50% to 4%.
Yeah.
The power of connection.
The power, absolutely, the power of connection and acceptance, and just loving people because they are, right? I think that there's I talk a lot about, when I do conferences and things, I talk about the trauma of invisibility. I think that is a significant trauma in the LGBT community. Like, you're not seen, or the only way that you're seen is as, the stereotypes, right? And that happens a lot in treatment centers too. It's like, we accept LGBT people, and it's like, you can just be here, right? Like, we'll accept you, but you can just be here, but we're not really like seeing you or hearing you. LGBT people are less likely to speak out in group settings when they don't feel connected or seen. So it takes a really good clinician to bring that all in.
Go to KilobyCenter.com, Radical Recovery Summit, for access to the interviews. You can watch them free online for 48 hours after they air, or you could purchase an all-access pass. KilobyCenter.com.